Hey guys, the old captain. It's In Bed with Cappy because Cappy has gotten up and I really haven't left the bed yet. And we got a shit ton of work to do, boys and girls, because a lot of shit has happened. And the old captain was down. Don't go to Florida in July. Do not go. If someone says, hey, come down to Florida in July for the 4th of July, it'll be fun. No, you'll be sweating your balls off. Ladies, you'd be sweating your ovaries. A lot of parts would be sweated off. If you go down. So we had to play catch up. And one thing that did come up, a lot of people said, hey, did you see this? So yes, I was going to do this. Nigel Farage, him stepping down as the UKIP leader. And I'm like, why the fuck did he do that? That was my original response. But then when he gave his speech and explained why, it's like, wow, that's a true statesman. Because that is what it should have been. That's the whole idea of term limits. That it shows you, and people are saying, well, what's his Clary score now? Well, now his Clary score, it dropped by a full point, or 0.75, so he's like down to 0.5. So this guy's like almost the ideal person. He did exactly what politicians should do. You serve your country, you serve your fellow man, you are a statesman, not a politician, not a career politician, and then he left. And this is an important lesson I want to point out to all of you. Well, let's before we get to the important lesson. My favorite was the response of the left, all just saying, "Oh, a rat fleeing a sinking ship," and it's like, do you? I mean, aren't you kind of tired of Clintons and Bushes? Aren't you sick of that shit? Don't you want these people? Can we all agree on that? Left, right, libertarian, socialist libertarian, which is just socialist, but they wear fedoras and they think they're smart. Can we all agree that there should be term limits? And that when somebody gives up the reins of power, I've done my duty and I'm going to give it up, like George Washington, can we not say, wow, there is some quality, regardless of that person's politics, there is a quality and caliber and a trustworthiness of the very few people that do that. But no, you guys are all going to suck Hillary Clinton's dick, which I believe there is one there somewhere, if we were to pull the pants down. Oh, Jesus. Now you know why I was going out with Monica. That is not what you want. You don't want a Hillary Clinton. You don't want these career politicians. And for the left to just so pathetic, just yay team, just so brainwashed to say, oh, this is rat fleeing a sinking ship. Really? You lack the intellectual honesty to say, hey, you know what? At least the guy stepped down. Now, the other important thing, and this is going to be a life lesson for everybody, but more so when you guys get all angry at these politicians, regardless of who it is, but you look at a Nancy Pelosi or a Hillary Clinton, or these people who just have to stay in power. Like, why does Hillary Clinton, does Hillary Clinton or any of these politicians really believe they're the best candidate for the people? Like, they're the best, they're the ones that should be up there? No. She is running because Hillary Clinton wants to be president, not because deep down in her heart she thinks she's the best person qualified for it. It's all about her. And when you are this type of intellectually dishonest, greedy, self-serving, egomaniac type people, you're not happy people. You don't have a life. And for those of you who are aspiring to become politicians, or you think you're smarter than us, or you think real work is beneath you, and you want to become a career politician, and for those of you that hate those type of people, like the Hillary Clintons, the Nancy Pelosi's and all that, the J. Strom Thurmond, he was in there forever. If you don't like these people, look at them. Nigel Farage teaches us a very important lesson where he says, I have served my country and I want to go back and live my life. And that is a man who really has his act together and really knows what life is about. Nigel loves his family. He loves his life. He loves his wife. He loves his children. He loves doing what he wants to do. Real people have real lives and they don't want to go into politics. Really doesn't pay. I know it pays benefits, but if you're going to become a career politician and you got to clinch on to that lifelong government and the power, and that's what drives your life, and you don't have a life outside of that, like you aren't screaming and rushing to get in your car, get the commute over as quickly as possible so you could go back and spend time with your family and friends and live your life, you are a sad, miserable person. And you could see this. I mean, just look at Hillary Clinton, look at Mark Dayton, look at Nancy Pelosi, look at any lifelong career type of politician, except Bill Clinton, because he was getting his dick wet all the entire day. He enjoyed it. But Jeb Bush, look at these people. Do you think they have, that's all their life is, and to go in, it's kind of like being in the nonprofit world, where you constantly gotta beg and scheme and scam, if not outright steal, just to claw away. And that's your life. That's what you gotta do. I mean, even working in banking wasn't that bad, because I didn't have to, like, beggars can't be choosers. Like, no, I'm gonna do credit analysis, I'm gonna do your underwriting, you're gonna pay me. And there may be some differences of opinion whether we should finance or not, but at least it was, okay, yeah, this is what I come to work for. Imagine what the day-to-day life of being Hillary Clinton. Constantly coming up with scams and lies and the mudslinging and the childhood playground annex of being in politics. And that's what you live for. That's the best. That's what defines you. Nigel Farage is a much happier person than pretty much any career politician. Not just because he won and he did a good for the United Kingdom, but because he has a life. Because he knows what life is about. It's not about becoming president. It's not about getting political power. It's not about getting that government pension forever. It's about your family. It's about your loved ones. It's about your friends. It's about your hobbies. It's about having fun. And if it makes any of you feel better, the people like Hillary Clinton, the people like Nancy Pelosi, just look at their faces. Maxine Waters, I mean, just, especially the women, like, they're like, and you could even say the gals want to become career women, they have it all. They're miserable. They're just miserable. So look at these career politicians. See, I mean, has Bernie ever smiled? Has Bernie smiled? And for you guys over in Scotland, that James Corbyn, that loser, does he look happy? No, because they don't know what's important in life. Their entire lives have been one of parasitism, and you can't be really happy being a parasite, because no one really wants to hang out with you. I mean, who the fuck wants to hang out with Hillary Clinton? Who would like to talk to her? And who's gonna, fuck, Bill doesn't even want to have anything to do with her. What kind of a life is that? She goes home and like, I'm about to be president. And like, yeah, you'd think that'd be pretty cool, and it is. But if that's it, and you ain't got no friends, and nobody likes talking to you, fuck, put a bullet in your head now and be over with it. Life ain't worth living. So, I know whether she wins or not, or it doesn't really matter. What I want to point out to everybody is the important lesson that Nigel Farage makes about politicians. He left. He has a life. And the left can blame it on sinking ships and rats fleeing or whatever it is. Fine. Play your politics. Play your fucking brainwashed mind games. But for those of you who want to see, one, an example of true statesmanship, but then also take a lesson from it about life, that's the way he's... And that is probably just as important a lesson that Nigel talks about statesmanship, but also the importance of life. So, I hope that we never see Nigel on the political stage again, and I hope he does too. But thank you, Nigel. We appreciate everything you did for us. Toodles.